In what shouldn't be a surprise to hear, ICE raids targeting undocumented immigrants have led to massive disruptions in farming that now have crops literally rotting in the fields in states like California, Texas, Florida, and Pennsylvania. Because, of course,
oh no!
Farm owners and industry representatives reported that up to 70% of their workers stopped reporting to work following immigration and customs enforcement actions, which resulted in significant crop losses and financial strain for those farmers. In fact, according to Alexandra Sossa, CEO of Farmworker and Landscaper Advocacy Project, said, "We do not have enough workforce in the United States to do manual work, to do those jobs that other people are not qualified to do or do not want to do it. For example, we are running into a problem where we do not have enough farm workers to grow the food we eat every day." Yeah, I mean, it seems like a problem at a time when inflation is also a big problem, where things get more scarce. It's go no. Again, sounds like a problem here, but it's not just about produce either. Remember, she added that we do not have enough workers to go to the meatpacking processing industries and factories to pack the food that we are eating. So again, this doesn't just affect the farmers, but again, you have the meatpacking industry and all these other industries that are also reliant on immigrant labor. And there it is. So look, the people who had no idea where their food came from or who did the work to actually bring it to the grocery stores, those people didn't realize that, oh, maybe I should not have voted for the mass deportation candidate, because it turns out we are now finding out. Yeah. Oops. Newsweek reports that the labor shortage has drawn criticism from business leaders and renewed debate over the need for immigration and visa system reform. Bit late on that one. A bit late. And you know what that would mean, by the way? You know what that would look like right now in order to stop these losses? It would be amnesty. Yes, that's right, amnesty. And the Republican Party of today and the Republican president, I can guarantee they will not be doing amnesty. Okay, not going to happen. So then who's going to do the work then? Well, not legal immigrants here on H-1Bs. That's for the tech industry, obviously. Now, there are farm worker visas, H-2As, but I doubt the people who would be working in the fields for poor wages, okay, would want to or would even be able to afford to apply for the H-2A farm, agricultural work visas. So there's that, okay. It's not looking good, all right? Okay, but what about Americans? Surely Americans can do the jobs, right? Well, yeah, they could. But once again, the terrible pay and the awful working conditions mean that they will not. So it's looking like, as a result of all this, food is about to get a lot more expensive. Now, of course, the response to that, oh yeah, well, what about the people on welfare then? Would you make them do it? Here's the thing, people on welfare and Medicaid already work. About 64% of all Medicaid recipients work either full or part-time. The rest are elderly, disabled, or are caregivers. Now, as for SNAP, which, by the way, benefits farmers as well, about half of all the non-disabled adults on food assistance work, and usually are only on the program for short amounts of time, because they usually will get jobs elsewhere. So as for everyone else on the SNAP program, 2/3 of participants are kids, elderly, and people with disabilities. So that's kind of out. The reality is there are just not going to be enough people to replace all the agricultural workers that no longer are showing up to work. And look, research from Oxford Economics stated that native-born workers are very unlikely to replace all the lost immigrant labor, as their employment patterns differ significantly. And so, look, the reality is about half of the nation's agricultural workforce that's in the country without legal status. Okay, again, if you deport all those people, you're not going to have enough people to replace them. Now, this is a problem that Congress could have solved by passing legislation, but guess what? Republicans would have rather have done racism, which is what they did. Republicans wanted to do racism so they could win elections. And guess what? That effort has borne fruit, except that fruit is rotten. It is rotten just like what's in the farmers' fields right now. So congratulations. Okay. Producers have warned that continued labor disruptions could affect the food supply chain, drive up costs for consumers, and force farms to shut down or automate more quickly. So, hey, well, there you go. Automation. Yep, that's probably going to be either automation or making the kids go back into the fields. So I could definitely see more child labor happening as a result of this, which again, we already have states that have loosened child labor laws. So that's probably what's next. That said, the Pennsylvania Farm Bureau, which represents over 25,000 members, cautioned that instability in farm labor threatens both food affordability and availability nationwide. Similar labor shortages also hit the Rio Grande Valley in Texas, where reports detailed entire farms left empty for days. Official statistics showed that up to 75% of farm workers did not report for duty in some regions after ICE enforcement. Alexandra Sossa told Newsweek it's affecting the economy of the whole country, and people who used to pay taxes and contribute to the economy now are in deportation centers. Whereas Frank Knapp, managing director of the Secure Growth Alliance, told Newsweek, clearly farmers who depend on undocumented labor, which is most of them, are suffering and losing money. The harmful consequences to the economy and food supply are obvious. No business should be given such life and death control over its employees. Plus, there should be no favorite industry regarding immigration enforcement. All small business owners suffer financially when their employees are taken or too scared to come to work. They all suffer financially when immigrants stop spending money in their local communities. Look, this is what we said was going to happen. We said it was going to happen. Trump said, I'm going to do mass deportations. We're going to get rid of all the immigrants, all the illegal immigrants. And now it's happening. Yeah. The only ones walking around here with surprised Pikachu face are the farmers that voted for Donald Trump. They're now shocked and chagrined that ICE came for their workforce. Oh my God, I didn't think it was going to happen. Really? What the hell did you expect? What did you expect? Were you voted for? Did you think that the politicians who lie to you all the time? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Politicians do lie. They lie a lot, especially Donald Trump, who lied just about everything. Okay. Yes. What did you think though that this one, we're gonna do mass deportation? You think that was a lie? You think he wasn't being honest about that? I mean, how stupid are you? Pretty stupid. From my perspective, y'all are idiots. Okay, you didn't see this one coming, even though that was what was promised. And now you're like, oh my God, I can't believe my farm, we're ruined. My workforce didn't show up. And I know to the people who are like, well, why did you hire American? Why did you hire all these illegals? Because that's the only people who are willing to do your crappy jobs. Yes, the only people who are willing to do this incredibly difficult, labor-intensive, just And I've done this work before, so I can tell you it's hard. It is hard work for very, very little pay. What did you expect was going to happen when you took those hardworking people and sent them to El Salvador, okay? Sent them back to their war-torn countries? What did you think was going to happen? Well, this is what was going to happen. So I don't know what is going to happen in the future, other than, of course, prices going up. They're going to try to find some way to replace that labor. And, of course, that's probably going to end up being very, I don't know, slave-like. Because that's the children, yes, probably prisoners. So, you'll have, prison labor coming in to solve this crisis that Trump supporters created. I don't know. I could definitely see it happening. But once again, you voted for this. You asked for this. And guess what? You got the day that you voted for. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.